These superhero skins have been in the item shop for nearly 2 weeks and my old tutorial is pretty much outdated. So I thought I'd give you guys an update on how to get every single superhero skin in every colour. And if you do purchase a superhero skin, I'd be grateful if you used my creator code, as that would help me out a ton, same as a like would, and subscribing to the channel. But once you have purchased a superhero skin, I myself recommend either Backlash or Dynamo Dancer. You then want to head into your locker and inside of that search box just simply type in Boundless like so, and this will showcase all of your superhero skins. We're going to start off with the all white superhero skin. For the suit pattern, you want to select the victorious one, that's the second one. You then want to make sure that the full mask is selected with the eye mask off and the belt off. As for the primary material, this is on cloth, that's the fourth one along, and we've got the primary colour on platinum. The secondary material is spandex, which is the first one, and that's paired up with the secondary colour platinum. As for the accessories, these don't matter as we are unable to see any of them. However, for the eyes, this is personal preference. I myself like the white eyes with the white superhero skin. I think it pairs up nicely, but you can, as an option, add the eye effects, but I myself think that that's a bit too much in my opinion, so I like to keep it off like so. As for the rest of the settings, the tint colours, you can't see the skin colour or the hair colour, so disable both of these. And for the sticker, this is what's on the back of a superhero, so if you don't want any of this, you can just go ahead and press the X. I think it looks way cleaner without anything. But I've seen some people use like the ace and stuff like that, which does look pretty cool, but it's not for me. Next up is the all black superhero skin. For the suit pattern, you want this on bold. You want the head style to be on full mask, as without it, it would look pretty weird. We want it full black, so full mask. Eye mask you want off, even though you can't really see it again. And then belt, since this is visible, you want this off. As for the primary material, I think plastic looks best, and you want to pair that up with the primary color being on black. Then we've got the secondary material, which I myself like to use metallic on, and I pair that up with a secondary color of silver, as black is unfortunately not allowed. For the accessory color, this does not matter as it is not visible. We've then got the eye effects and the eye color. Now straight away you want to put the eye color on either black, or you can have it on white. I myself like both of these. I think both of them look really great. If you want that all black look, you can go with black. Or if you want a bit of change, you can use the white eyes, which looks equally as good in my opinion. I actually prefer this, but you can go extra and pair it up with either the eye effects being off, so it looks like this, or you can add that like animation, which looks pretty cool. It's a bit bugged right now, it doesn't look that bright, but once it's not bugged, you'd see how good it looks. And if I try that with the black, you can see it looks pretty sweet as well. I myself, I'm going to turn off the eye color and I'm going to use white, as I like the contrast. Then we've got the skin tint color, you want that not to be on. Same with the hair tint color, you want that not to be on either. And finally, we've got the sticker, which I myself keep on empty as I don't like any sort of clutter. But I have seen people out there use different things, from the ace to the bomb. I think that looks pretty good. As you can see, it's on the front and the back. I've also seen people use the cart, which looks pretty nice. This is pretty cool. And the final sticker I've seen people use a lot is either the number 1. Oh, and how can I forget the toilet roll? That is actually a favorite. I've seen a few people use this. It's actually pretty cool if you actually look at it. Next up is the all grey superhero skin. For the suit pattern, I like to use bold. Primary colour, I set this on cloth and I pair that up with a primary colour of silver. Primary material, I like to have that on cloth, that's the fourth one along, and I pair it up with a primary colour of silver. Secondary material, I like to have this on spandex and I pair that up with a secondary colour of silver. And finally, I myself like to keep the eye colour on platinum, as I think that looks pretty cool and blends in really well. Next up, we've got the all green colour. For the suit pattern, I like this on Intrepid, if that's pronounced properly. All of these are obviously standard. Then you've got the primary material, which I keep on cloth. Now for the primary colour, I like this on lime green, but you can choose green if you like. I think both the lime greens though do blend in together more so. Then we've got the secondary material, which I keep on spandex, and I pair that up again with lime green. But if you want to test out the original green, you can. But I think again these blend in better. I also like to add a eye colour of lime green, as I think that blends in really nicely. Next is the all blue superhero skin. I like the suit pattern on this to be on victorious, that's the second one along. I like the primary material to be on spandex, that's the first one, and I pair it up with a primary colour of light blue. For the secondary material, I keep this on spandex as well, and I keep the secondary colour on sky blue. And for this, you can actually use the eye effects. It does look really cool on the blue one, as you can see here. Obviously pair that up with the light blue colour for the eye colour. However, if you do prefer the eye off, you can obviously disable it like so. It's just personal preference. Next up is the all purple superhero skin. For this, you want the suit pattern to be on the first one. That's Intrepid. You obviously want the mask on full, the eye mask off, the belt off. Primary color, you want this on cloth, and you want to pair that up with a primary color of indigo. For the secondary material, you want that on spandex. That's the first one, and you want to pair it up with a secondary color of indigo again. And I myself highly recommend you either try out the eye effects or you keep it off. I think both of these look equally as cool if I just quickly compare them on screen. I'm definitely a fan of having the eye effects on with the indigo eye color. Next up is the all red superhero skin. For this, you want the suit pattern on Intrepid. All the rest is standard, as you know. For the primary material, I like this on metallic. That's the second one along. And obviously, I have the primary color on red. You can see it's super vibrant. We've also got the secondary material on metallic too, as well as the red. And if you pair that up with the red eyes and the eye effects, you can see how cool this skin actually looks. It's super vibrant. Next is the all pink superhero skin. For this, you want to select the suit pattern Victorious. That's the second one along. You want the primary material on plastic, the third one along. And you want the primary color on magenta. As for the secondary material, you want this on plastic, the third one along. And you want the secondary color on magenta too. As for the eye color, I like to have this on magenta. And for the eye effects, it is personal preference. That's what both actually look like in game. Next, we've got the full turquoise superhero skin. For this, I like the suit pattern to be on Victorious. That is the second one along. Obviously, I have the full mask on, the eye mask off, and the belt off. I like to have the primary material on cloth. That's a fourth one along. I like the primary color, obviously, on turquoise, which is right there. For the secondary material, I keep this on spandex. That's the first one. And I pair this up with a secondary color of turquoise again. You want to ignore the accessory color, but for the eye effects, myself, I keep this on turquoise so it's all matching. But when it comes down to the FX, you have a personal preference of using the animation or not using the animation. I think it looks best with the animation off. You've got the tints that you want to ignore, and then you've got the stickers, which I think it looks best being just clean without any stickers. Next, we've got the full gold superhero skin. For the suit pattern, I think this looks best on Victorious. That's the second one along. As for the primary material, you want this on cloth. That's the fourth one along. And then the primary color you want on gold. Now, this will look different depending on your monitor. Then for the secondary material, I like this on spandex. That's the first one. And then you want to pair that up with a secondary color of gold yet again. As for the eyes, you can choose whichever you want. You can use the animated ones where the gold actually does sort of showcase more on that, but I like it off in my opinion. But whatever you do, make sure the eye color is on gold. And finally, we've got the all orange superhero skin. For this, you want the suit pattern to be on bold. That's the third one along. You obviously want the full mask on, the eye mask off, you want the belt off, you want the primary material on cloth, that's the fourth one along, and you want the primary color on orange. Then you want the secondary material on spandex, the secondary color on orange. And before you go, feel free to drop a like on this video, drop a sub to the channel, and use my code in the item shop if you do buy one of those superhero skins. Before you do go, check out any of my other videos on screen right now.